team in North America and Europe.
I do talk with Miker quite a bit, and Miker will tell you repeatedly that he thinks Olba is one of the absolute best McCrees in the game. That's what he said. He's gone on record saying that he would put Olba against any other McCree. He says that even Taimu says the same. I don't have confirmation of that, but it will be interesting. So speaking of this OWKings roster, defending for them, it's going to be a Tonian on the Mercy. It's going to be 2D on the Reinhardt, Miker on the Symmetra, Rib on the Junkrat, Oski on the McCree, and of course Olba as the second McCree.
Yeah, offensively they are running Clockwork on the Widow, which is interesting early on. Like you said, Flame is going to be on that off tank too in the Zarya. Going to be interesting to see what they can get done in Zarya. And like you said, Doc is kind of new to the team, kind of just plug and playing on Lucio. The heroes he can definitely plug and play. Not to take anything away from Lucio's out there, but it doesn't change a whole lot depending on the composition you're in. You stay alive.
Clockwork is AFK, or no, he's not AFK. He went back to Switch. I was like, wait a second. I just like, let's see the Widow picks. Clockwork not liking what he saw there as Widowmaker decided to go back in and switch a fair. It'd be really weird if he was AFK or crashing and don't say anything. But we're back to normal here. Switch up is happening. And I'll know one thing about Doc, for better or for worse, you know this playing in pubs with me Slash all the time, is that he's a very aggressive Lucio. He will go for kills that other Lucios won't. Sometimes to his benefit, but sometimes to his detriment as well. Alright, so we see Clockwork moving in over the top here. Rib able to take out Steel though right away. Good defense coming out, and Clockwork ends up rocketing himself. 2 down here for the offense of Final Go McCree, and OWKings looking pretty darn kingly here thus far as they hold on Hollywood.
It's exactly what you want out of your first defensive round. You get a couple kills, you got that Junkrat tire charged up, you got your teleporter down, and everything's going perfect for them on this defense.
Yeah, Rat's becoming more and more standard here on D, especially if you don't have the turret. It's pretty much one or the other, and he's done all the damage he can. Now he's going to have the tire. Probably going to save it for this upcoming team fight, and he's so good at using it and choke points here on First Point Hollywood.
Yep, he's just hanging on to that tire right now. We'll have it available. The defense is completely stacked on ultimates right now, which means that unless things go super, super well, this is not going to be a successful offensive run. The most they can do is hope to drain those ultimates. Here comes OK with the Deadeye. He's going to be able to shoot it. Does not take out Steel. He shot off a little bit too early. Flame takes out Tweety there, and this is a potential here for Final Go McCree. They've gotten a few key kills. They're moving forward, but Papa Smurf is going to go down. Resurrection is up for the defense, and even though this might not go in their favor, they did drain out a lot of those ultimates, and that's what they needed to do there at the very minimum.
It's always fun to trade on defense, especially when you have a teleporter up. One of the big reasons that Symmetra is so popular, not only because of the teleporter, but this map in particular, you mentioned the Junkrat spam. Well, her orb spam will absolutely chunk people. I've seen it kill people who aren't paying enough attention, and just to be able to deny those areas of entrance is so strong.
Alright, so there they go. Speed boost is out. Graviton is out. A big Graviton comes out from Flame, but Rib and Mike are in the back, get 2 kills. Doesn't matter. Flame gets 3 kills, but the Resurrection coming out for the offense, and there will be no saving the defense here. Good team fight coming out from Final Go McCree.
Yeah, they needed that. They really needed a clean team fight where, you know, they didn't trade off 3 or 4 kills. Because now they're going to continue to gain some ult. They have ult advantage again after winning that team fight. And because of how long it took them to get point A, they needed to go as well as it did. Now they have a solid chance of making it through the streets.
So I was about to say, will we see a Widow switch up? And we are absolutely going to see that. Clockwork takes his McCree to the spawn point, switches it to a Widowmaker. And now, a lot riding on Clockwork's shoulders here. Widow very, very powerful on the streets phase of Hollywood, but also can have issues as well if you can't get the pick off. So very feast or famine here for Clockwork. We'll see if he can get those picks. And here they come, the team fight is being engaged. A big rush in here from OWKings. Takes out people in the back right away, but the offense being relatively resilient here. Still alive, getting some pickoffs here. The kill feed going absolutely in favor of Final Go McCree, but look at this. Immediately coming back is OWKings. Reinhardt and Winston doing some work. They pick off 3 kills, and for a fight that was looking really well for Final Go McCree, it sort of ended in an unceremonious fashion.
Yeah, you mentioned Doc being very aggressive. He's chasing down this Winston. Gets him! That's a one aggressive Lucio.
Oh yeah.
They had the 6-on-3. I thought they were going to win that pretty cleanly, but, you know, OWKings made a very strong hold there to at least contain the cart.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was in favor of Final Go McCree, but just Didn't work out. Meanwhile, Clockwork laying down a lot of damage over the top as Widowmaker. Not able to get the headshots he needs, but still pushing them back, and the payload making all sorts of progress right now in favor of Final Go McCree, and we'll see what OWKings does here in the hole, but they're rushing right in. Soundbearer is out. Very aggressive push in. Flame in deep trouble. Going to go down to the McCree, and they can just be very aggressive off this, but Papa Smurf fighting right back. Is able to take out Micah in the back. It is not quite over yet. Both teams brawling it out. Resurrection coming out for the side of the offense. And look at Pure trying the DPS down Winston here. Not going to be enough. Will get electrified. We do see Flame with the Zarya, but I'm not sure there's a follow-up remaining there to really make anything of it, and no, there is absolutely not.
No, a little bit of a wasted Zarya ult there at the end. Could have saved that for this next team fight because they're going to have 4 coming up. They might not need it, but it definitely would have helped. I think Steel's actually playing pretty well. Clockwork playing well. They haven't been able to exactly crack through the double McCree, but now that Papa Smurf and Flame is going Winston, a perfect counter with Zen coming out from OWKings.
Yep, and look at that, Alba striking right back, able to take out Papa Smurf with the headshot, did 53% damage. Moving forward, looking for Steel, takes him out. Alba going crazy on McCree. His reputation might not be for nothing. A very strong defense here coming out from OWKings, and Final Go McCree is going to get pushed back to the start.
It just seems a little bit sloppy here from Final Go McCree into this offensive phase. You have Dak pushing kind of the cart by himself, going all the way, playing, yes, that aggressive Lucio, but then he's not healing his team. He's pushed all the way up, and we've seen that before. Now OWKings would be extending a little bit too far, and still able to get 2 picks. Now it opens up an opportunity for Final Go McCree to push the cart.
Yeah, Steel definitely was able to punish that. And you see that a lot where really you see it the most out of C9 where they'll overextend and then get punished. Obviously, C9 has been winning most of their games, so it doesn't hurt them that badly, but it does happen from time to time where you just think you have more than you have. But big defensive Earthshatter coming down. Steel in deep trouble, going to get taken out by that Reinhardt. The defense pushing in. Reinhardt with the W mouse 1 picks up a triple kill. Tweedy absolutely regulating the Final Go McCree team, and now this is kind of a danger zone for them. They only have a minute and a half left. They're very much at risk of not finishing out this map, and you definitely want to put at least 1 point on the board.
Yeah, Clockwork's having a decent game on Widow. He's taking down key targets, but he's not been able to string together the 2 and 3 kills that you really need to dominate as Widow here, especially since there's no counter Widow. Yes, he's dealing with Winston's in his face, but he's been missing some shots I think he should hit. He's taken down Micker a couple times, but hasn't been able to actually string together the 2 and 3 kills he'd like.
Up, and here we go, the offense moving in. They do pick up 3 kills. This is more what they want. Papa Smurf really making the way, and now there's a lot of momentum for Final Go McCree as they move forward. Flame takes out Aid. The Winstons of Final Go McCree doing a lot of work. The offensive Soundbearer is out, and this is a very strong push. This is exactly what they needed to crack this, and good for them because they were running out of time.
Yeah, they have a good chance of finishing the map now. I think Flame and Papa Smurf getting their rhythm together. That last push with both wins, they did a great job opening up space. So a lot of things happen. Flame now 2 kills, and now they...
Flame, absolutely no cares given. Leapt straight in, picked up the double kill. Clockwork gets 2 kills, and suddenly, as if with new life, Final Go McCree really speeding things up, and now they have a good chance of completing this map at the very least.
Yeah, Flame and Clockwork really followed up that last fight with big initiation. Now Flame got the credit in the kill feed, but Clockwork was actually hitting some body shots there too to allow Flame's Tesla cannon to clean up that mess.
Indeed, so they're moving forward. Steel looking for pickoffs. Does have a Deadeye at the ready. Steel alone, if you got a good Deadeye here with some team distraction, that could be enough to end this. We've seen McCree's do this time and time again. He knows where all they are because of Widow's sight, and he's just waiting for the word go. Meanwhile, the defense being really aggressive comes in off the defensive Reinhardt ultimate, but the punish from Final Go McCree is absolutely decisive. The Winston's not having any of it. Steel able to take out Oxy. The defense not out of it yet, but still a very good fight here so far for Final Go McCree.
Yeah, maybe some poor decision making from there. OWKings pushing all the way just to kill Clockwork, and that allows, all Final Go McCree to push the cart and to get the flank on with McCree, with Steel.
Heroes never die.
So Steel moving forward. And Final Go McCree, they only need 1 more final push here. The defense could have 1 good fight, but it's very risky for them. Lucio being very, very aggressive. Mike are going to go down. And really, only a few more kills are left here, and Final Go McCree will finish up this map and add 1 point to their total.
Yeah, at some point though, Micah is gonna spawn. He has Soundbarrier that's gonna like slow things down at the very least. But it might be enough time to stall out.
They only have 50
Oba
got the double kill here. That might be exactly what the defense needed. The momentum was all in favor of the offense. Oba going in deep does not get rewarded with his aggressiveness there. The offense still absolutely swarming the payload. They only need a little bit more, and here come the Tracers to help stall. Atonian on the Tracer, going to try and hold it for as long as possible. Tweety getting on top. Only one Tracer here so far. Micah now getting on the Tracer, so this is where OWKings is just gonna try and stall us out as long as possible. Winston on the point. But anytime you get into this situation, usually the offense can just pick them off bit by bit. And it's just a matter of how long can they hold. But with only 22 seconds left in the in-game timer, they could get a miracle of Pulse Bomb, but no, it's not going to happen. Clockwork with 2 extra kills and Steel with the cleanup. And 1 point going to go the way of Final Go McCree.
You know, I thought that was actually a pretty solid offense with Final Go McCree, if you don't count the stagnant beginning to capture point A. And maybe through the streets phase, it didn't go as well, but I thought the end, the synergy between Papa Smurf and Flame was very good, and that allowed Clockwork to finally get those picks going, which he wasn't able to do at the beginning of the match.
And we've seen when 2 Winstons are really working together, it's so hard to deal with. You know, like Cloud9, of course, is the one that always comes to mind, just how the Winstons stagger their abilities together, that when you think you've dealt with one and then one has his leap on cooldown, and just the way they seem to really encompass one hero. And you saw a little bit of that towards the end. If 2 Winstons are really clicking and working together, they're almost impossible to deal with.
Alrighty, so we are getting into the next round here, and it would be absolutely huge for Final Go McCree here if they're able to get a full hold. That would be a 1-point advantage, and that would give them some very good win conditions going into the next map. It'd mean that if they won the next map with a gold medal time, with a 1-0 lead, they would win the map outright, but we'll see how it goes. Holding teams to fully is pretty difficult in Overwatch. Usually teams are able to complete, unless there's a big difference in skill.
It's going to fall a lot on the shoulders of Final Go McCree's defense right now. What they're going to choose to come out with. Are they going to go with a turret? Are they going to go with maybe even triple DPS? Because Dak doesn't play a whole lot of Symmetra. I mean, I haven't seen him do it. He's really only Lucio and then DPS characters. So if this is real, I am a little worried. Not that triple support isn't a good thing, and not that you can argue that Symmetra is not really a support, but I am worried that they might not have enough firepower to stop.
Well, normally I would argue that the Lucio is just here to speed boost out the Symmetra and the Mercy. We've seen that plenty of times, but it's Doc on the Lucio, so I think this is for real. I think they are going to go with this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the one thing I think they have going for him, though, is that Clockwork is on 76, and in some of the small time I saw him early on in Beta 1, his 76 was his best hero. His hit scan tracking is just impeccable. Now, Flame was on a Torbjorn. I thought they might run that instead of a Symmetra, but I think Clockwork trying to hold this high ground here is going to force an answer out of the offense, so that might be something that they can actually get working for them.
Yeah, I agree. Clockwork, we've seen him do a lot of work on hit-scan heroes, but his 76 in particular has been a standout. I think it's a hero I'd like to see him play more, and we already saw 76 earlier in the day do all sorts of work on this very same point, so we'll see just what Clockwork does here, but that is an excellent point, Hex, and we'll see just what Clockwork does in just a moment.
Yeah, they're going to deal with the double tank, and oddly enough, the offensive Hanzo. You don't see that a ton on this map especially.
And they do have a Zarya, so I think they might be looking for Hanzo Zarya combo. It's not often seen, but it's a very, very powerful combo. That being said, Steel able to take out Micah for first blood in this game. The defense absolutely swarming on top. 4 kills for the defense. Absolutely no mercy being applied here from the defense, and that's going to be a quick wipe in favor of Final Go McCree.
That is exactly what they needed to start off the defense. Steel getting 2 picks, Clockwork getting 2 picks, and then them using Speed Boost with Papa Smurf all together as a unit, I think is going to help them gain some confidence here.
Well, Steel was really able to turn that in his favor. I mean, Steel got the early pick, and that just let the defense be way more aggressive as a result. But here we go. Second fight of this round is about to be underway. Both teams trading off fire to the Reinhardt shields. And OWKings just very confident going to the left. We see teams do this approach a lot in Hollywood. Sometimes effective, sometimes not. I think it's less effective than going up the front overall, but a beautiful flashbang coming out from Steel, stops the Reinhardt charge, stuns 2 people outright, and sets up 2 kills. Beautiful stuff coming out. The Dragon is coming out from Hanzo. And Steel gets another 2 kills. That was effectively a quad kill for Steel in that game. Because his flashbang got 2 people killed, and then he killed 2 people outright. That's just absolutely crazy. The Graviton comes out, but it's just so far removed. I think it would have been better off saving the Graviton. When you see Allbach coming out with the Deadeye, does pick off 2 kills. So, I mean, a little bit of hope here for the offense. Even though he's the last one alive, he's buying time, and maybe the rest of the offense will get back before the defense is back.
Yeah, I think that Graviton was actually fine. It was Doc who saved him, though. He had his Soundberry up, able to Soundberry that, because the follow-up they had for that ultimate was just the Reinhardt,
yeah.
which actually would have chunked the hell out of it. But they Soundberried it and saved everyone.
Yep, Steel right now back behind the Reinhardt shield, very content to sit back. Ultimate-wise, neither team had a huge advantage. You have Clockwork that can pop Tech Visor in the back, but an Earthshatter is on deck for the offense as well. I'd actually almost say that's a slight edge to the offense, just because of all the ridiculous stuff we've seen Earthshatter do. Does take out the Reinhardt, that Earthshatter, not much else. Is Clockwork in the back of the Tech Visor, gets 1 kill, gets 2, looking for more, and picks up a triple kill. The Tech Visor doing all sorts of work. Clockwork was not accounted for. If you don't account for auto-aiming soldier, you will die terribly.
Clockwork just having the time of his life up there, been absolutely untouched for most of this game, has a pocket mercy, living large at 76. Get shields? Why not?
If you're just learning the game and you're looking at comp play for pointers, play 76 on Hollywood Defense in this point. You will win games, I guarantee you.
I think OWKings too focused on Steel, because Steel's been playing great on the right side of the house, and that just allow Clockwork with Mercy Boost to just kind of stay there and wipe up the entire team.
Yeah, no, Steel's been playing great. Clockwork's been great in the back. Multiple threats here for Final Gun McCree, and they're really giving OWKings all they can handle and more. And OWKings, they only have about 2 pushes left in their bag of tricks here before it's going to be GG. Right now, ult-wise, they do have a Deadeye. They have a Mercy Resurrection. We'll see the Resurrection coming up soon, most likely, in this fight. But the real test is going to be, can Oba get value off this Deadeye? Here we go, though. Steel comes in, takes him out. Steel not having any Deadeyes coming out from Oba. Clockwork takes out Micah, and this should be a full wipe in favor of Final Gun McCree. Mercy Res comes up, but they were just in a poor position as it res them, and they're not really able to capitalize on it.
No, and OWKings not really able to get a cohesive attack going. They've got one earlier on, and that was because of the Graviton beam that did get saved by Dak, as Hex mentioned. But beyond that 2-on-1 that Olba had to gain the point, they really haven't had much success getting something going.
They've been sticking to the same composition the entire time. Now, it's way too late to change now, but at some point you have to think, maybe we can get some pressure on
the double Deadeye with Sound Bearers coming up. They're using everything on this push. How high noon is it, though, as the defensive Earthshatter comes down, absolutely ruins the offensive momentum. Mercy with the Resurrection, a beautiful counter to those ultimates coming out from Final Go McCree. And this should be all they need to wipe this push and potentially win this game. They just need to take out Olba here. And there it is. That was a beautiful team fight.
Papa Smurf is like a 5-man Earthshatter and just absolutely wrecked that push single-handedly.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was good coordination coming up from OWKings, but Papa Smurf was able to thread the needle, lay down the Earthshatter, and that is pretty much it. The offense is going to be streaming in, will be a little bit overtime, but this should be a full hold and a firm 1-0 lead here for...
Clockwork wins 1-on-2.
Clockwork's absolutely going crazy on 76 here.
He's still up.
He's still in there. Yeah, they're able to come back. It might not be fully over yet.
Yeah, OWKings has a shot. Clockwork's not able to save it. Kills 3.
Steel's on the way back in. Steel goes down. Earthshatter coming in. A huge Earthshatter from Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf being the hero with these Earthshatters. Resurrection going to be bringing back up Clockwork, who might as well be a raid boss for what he's done in this last fight. Moving forward. They're pushing them off. They have to touch the card or it's going to be over, but the Tac Visor is doing so much damage in this situation. Tweety, though, comes in, lands the Earthshatter. It's not over yet for OWKings. Alba coming in with the Deadeye, takes out Doc. OWKings making something out of nothing here. It looked like they were almost certainly out of it, but they're swarming the point, and the payload is moving. Wow.
God, I love Overwatch.
That was... It looked like that was all but over. OWKings dug deep, got the advantage, and then Clockwork was able to defend front. That was just crazy.
I thought he was going to go and take out the 3 after, because like Slasher mentioned, he did win that 1v2, and then was actually getting some good work, stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would. We'll see what they do now. They are changing a little bit in their composition. They're going to run double Winstons and take over these rooftops.
Yeah, and this is a little bit rough here for the side of Final Go McCree. Yeah, when you're about to win like that and you don't win, it can be very, very shocking. We'll see if they can stabilize. We do have Steel over the top of the Deadeye. This looks like a Deadeye full of potential. Only takes out Ulba, damages Reinhardt shield and is going in, but Final Go McCree being very, very aggressive here, and it is working out. Reinhardt taking out Reinhardt for a ride, but he's going to go down, and this should be a full team wipe. And now, they only have to wipe OWKings about another 2 times here, and that will win them this map.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, and a nice little Deadeye comes out and takes out 2, but it's, you know, towards the end of a fight doesn't really have that big of an impact overall.
Okay, so this is interesting. The fact that we don't have a Widowmaker here. I thought for sure Clockwork could go Widow in the Streets phase, or maybe someone on OWKings would go Widow, but this is a Widowless Streets phase in Hollywood, and that is rare to see.
Clockwork on Genji. I wonder what that's exactly in response to. Maybe he's going to really try to get the back lines and take down Ectotonian.
That might be exactly it. The Winston not wasting any time getting the back. Ulba in trouble. I think they're focusing Ulba in particular. I think they realize he's a bigger threat than normal. He will go down in the beginning of the fight. 2 quick kills for the defense, as the defense continues being very aggressive. Winston's leading the way. And this is really going all Final Go McCree's way. I mean, now they only need 1 more good team wipe, and they should have this.
No, this entire game has gone Final Go McCree's way. OWKings barely got point A, and at this rate, I can't see them getting to the second checkpoint. Final Go McCree has ult advantage for the most part, and Clockwork almost at the Genji ult should be enough to have it in the end in case they get close to challenge.
Yep, so there they go. Winston's leaping in. The defense of Final Go McCree being very, very aggressive, fueled by these Winstons. Clockwork going to have a Dragon Blade up for full team wipe potential here in a moment, but there is Transcendence up. You don't see Transcendence that often because people don't run Zen that much, but we might have Dragon Blade versus Transcendence. I'll tell you, Transcendence wins that fight. Oxy able to take out Doc. Still life here for OWKings as they move the payload forward. The Transcendence is out, but that means Clockwork might have an uncontested Dragon Blade here in just a moment, but he's not able to do it because he's too low on health, as OWKings now staying alive. Is this happening right now, Slasher?
2 McCrees are pretty good.
I guess it is happening.
I can't believe it. Every time I think Final Go McCree is going to finish out this game, they don't.
Well, they have a chance.
We do have the Dragon Blade coming out from Clockwork here. Won't be enough. He does have 1 kill, looking for a second. 3 kills here for the defense. Final Go McCree on the verge of finishing this map out. And if they do, there's going to be a huge sigh of relief because this has been way harder than it needed to be in the last part.
Yeah,
there it is. That should be GG.
I just want to note that they won that final fight by taking out the opposing 2 McCrees first. Really the linchpin of this composition, double McCree.
It's like there's a theme here with double McCree. You guys are trying to hammer in.
Play of the game.
It's pretty strong.
Play the game coming out from Mercy. So, after the map 1, a score of 1-0 in favor of Final Go McCree has been set.
Heroes never die.
And now it's going to be up to OWKings to have a good defense going forward. Man, Clockwork absolutely beasted in that game of 76. I mean, it's kind of weird because Steel also had a really good game, but I think I'd give the edge to Clockwork there for what he was doing. He had more hero moments and he was a beast on First Point Hollywood.
I think it's his best hero. I've seen him play Tracer, I've seen him play Widow, and I think he, for whatever reason, he's most comfortable and does this most work on Soldier 76, and that is a perfect spot for him. As you mentioned, if everyone's looking to work on their Soldier 76, defense, Hollywood, right there, own that cafe, melee down those rails, shoot the tables, and just have yourself a little party.
Alrighty, so we are going to be getting into map number 2 in just a moment here, and I'll note here, because of the 1-point lead, if, and this is a keyword if Final Go McCree is able to set gold medal time, that will win them the series outright. So the key thing here going out for the side of OWKings is they can't get capped out on 5 minutes. They need to at least prevent that to keep themselves alive.
Okay.
Just waiting for both teams to get in here. Next map will be good old Kings Row.
You mean the next map in the Alienware Monthly Melee, brought to you by Alienware and Curse? The special shout out to thelab.gg. Is that what you mean?
That is absolutely what I mean.
Flawless.
Yeah, it's just a thing we haven't been selling enough, which Hex comes in and saves the day. But definitely check out Alienware. They make great computers. Curse, of course, does all sorts of things. In fact, Sam's Determined, everyone was on Curse Voice. See, I'm adding on to it, Hex. We're building the story.
Doing great. This is actually a very low level of sellout for us. Usually I have like breaks.
Yeah,
and
usually
actual,
I mean, we've done tournaments with like 6 sponsors, but really we want all the focus to be on Alienware, and you know, they've done so many good things for esports. I mean, this is just one of many events that they help sponsor and organize, and you know, check their products out.
I have no problem selling out, especially for stuff that's good. And also, you know, without them, we couldn't put up the tournaments. We wouldn't be able to pay teams who wouldn't show up for the tournaments. We wouldn't have anything to show all of our wonderful viewers. And then, you know, the circle of life, the whole bit, you know. So I have no problem being called a sellout when it comes to making competitive Overwatch popular, viable, and awesome. All right, Kings Row.
Do you guys foresee another only duo DPS, duo tank, duo support lineup coming out? I kind of feel like we're going to continue to see Mercy, Lucio out of Dak and Pure, just because that's kind of standard
I think so.
for them. And you know, I kind of think we will see just that. It seems that does fit their play style better. I know Flame playing a lot of Tracer and a decent amount of Widow, but I think with the synergy that him and Papa Smurf have showed so far, seems really good as tanks together. And while initially I didn't think that Steel and Clockwork alone would have enough firepower to break through a lot of these teams, I think it's actually gone all right.
Honestly, it's like the most standard offensive lineup on Kings Row, and really it lets you put pressure in 2 different areas, because you're going to have your Mercy and Pharah combo, and then they're going to be kind of supported, you know, quasi-supported in the back lines by the Zarya, who's going to toss shields on either one of them, generally the Pharah, and then you're going to have, you know, your Lucio, Reinhardt, McCree, kind of the slow push around the other side. It's a perfect offense, and most teams run this kind of composition when they can on Kings Row offense.
Well, we've also seen 4 DPS, though. I mean, we just saw Junkrat from NV.
Yeah, but why this composition's great is because there's a Pharah. You're not understanding, Slasher.
No, they had both. They had both Pharah and Junkrat on offense. I actually personally prefer 4 DPS. I don't think Final Go McCree can run it, which is why I think they're doing it.
Alrighty, so we are getting in here on Kings Row. This is OWKings versus Final Go McCree. Final Go McCree looking to cap this out if they can. Take a look here at the defense coming out from OWKings. We have Oski on the Symmetra, Oba on the McCree, Miker on Lucio, Rib on a Roadhog, Tweety on the Reinhardt, and Aid on a Zanya. So a very sort of untraditional team count coming out here from OWKings, but I'm excited. Let's see some Roadhog play. Here they go, going in, is able to pick off Steel, a beautiful right click, looks for the hook, down goes Zarya, Zenyatta with the double kill, so a pretty solid defense coming out here from OWKings, even if untraditional, and a big hook on the Pure takes him out.
I mean, that couldn't have gone better for OWKings. 4 kills, 5 kills, 0 deaths, they have ult charge, huge ult charge, advantage on Twitty and Editonian and Rib. They're gonna have a teleporter soon. They're gonna have McCree ult before Steel. It's looking good for OWKings so far.
That's the only thing that could have gone better is getting a little more charge, having that teleporter already up. But now here it comes. Oski has to leave the fight to go do it though.
Teleporter online.
He puts teleporter up, and then he gets kills from the turrets. No problem. Yeah.
Easy.
All right, so Oba able to grab that. Moving forward, good defense coming out from him. Takes out Steel. Steel with the Discord Orb, just going down in 2 shots. Deadeye coming out. More of a zoning Deadeye than anything else. He'll probably save the charge, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But it's still not a bad defense coming out from OWKings so far. They're definitely stymieing Final Go McCree.
You said untraditional. I mean, both Roadhog and Zenyatta have really been kind of mixed picks lately, but they're looking at work.
Oh, a gigantic Earth Shadow from Papa Smurf knocks down 3 people, but there's not the immediate fault they need. Transcendence is going to come out. It's going to save a lot of lives. Tweety coming back with an Earth Shadow of his own, knocks down Papa Smurf. Soundbearer is out for the offense. The offense still might have a lot of pressure here, despite the back and forth. Steel able to take out Alba. He's still alive in the back. Has a Deadeye coming up. Not getting anything off it just yet. Lucio actually being really aggressive on him, almost takes him out, but no, Steel is going to live. Earthshatter up again for Tweety.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Not amazing. And
Resurrection comes up, Steel going over, Flashbang over the top, not successful, and as a result, might be going down, but Flame with a huge Graviton Surge pulls 4 people in. The follow-up is not there immediately, but Papa Smurf, Fire Strike will take out at least one. He charges in, almost takes out Tweety, not able to land the Earth Shatter in the end. Almost heroic from Papa Smurf, but not quite enough.
Clockwork finally goes down, and that's such a scrappy fight between both teams. It looked like Final Gun McCree almost had the point there, but some good counter aggression, and the teleporter's still up. I think that's probably the main issue here. They never went. And,
yeah, the teleporter is definitely... The teleporter has been just ruining them. They need to get someone in the back to deal with it, but here comes Papa Smurf. He still has an Earth Shower up. He's had great Earth Showers over the course of this game. Does hit that, smashes Lucio against the wall. And this is a pretty good engagement here coming out from Final Gun McCree. They're on top of the point. Still, though, defense hanging in there. Papa Smurf chasing after Zenyatta. Will catch him. WMS1 wins in the end, but still not the cleanest fight on either side. Turning into a bit of a scrappy engagement. Red and blue all throughout the kill feed. But it's looking like finally Final Gun McCree is going to get the payload moving.
Yeah, they finally got enough kills to really tilt that in their favor, and more than that, they got the positioning over to be able to stop any reinforcements from coming in. And they're going to get really aggressive with this. They sound barrier. I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, a little bit of a waste. I think last game we saw Dak maybe do that once before, but Dak also at the same time was able to save them. 2 times with the sound barrier. So it goes kind of either way. Either really impactful saving game or totally useless. Didn't do anything.
I mean, I think they felt there were more people in the streets they were going to be able to chase down and wanted to make sure they didn't lose anyone doing it, but they had cleaned everyone up for the most part. So it was just, they were looking for an opportunity that wasn't there.
Alrighty, so next fight is about to be underway. Olba with 2 quick kills on the defense, make it 3, gets the triple. Solid McCree play coming out from Olba. And that's going to delay the offense of Final Gun McCree just a little bit more. And right now, I feel like they're definitely in danger of not finishing this map out cleanly the way things are going here this far. And they have 3.5 minutes left, but they don't have a lot of speed momentum on their side. They need to get a decisive fight sooner rather than later to at least get to the final point, because getting the final point can oftentimes take 4 minutes on its own. But a big Earth Shower coming down from the defense. In goes Tweety on the Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf charging right back. Oh, does not take out Micro. He was close, but died right before smashing him against the wall. And as a result, going to be a full hold by the defense.
Meanwhile, Olba killed everything.
Yeah, Olba's McCree really has shown what he could do so far.
Yeah, I mean, Micro was not wrong. Micro's been talking up Olba to me for a really long time and said, you know what, even Time Move supports Olba's McCree play, and he's had a very good showing here today. Even if OWKings loses a series, he has very little to feel bad about. And here they go, moving over the top. Will miss the flashbang. Counter's Curse in action. Gets pulled in by the Graviton Surge. Sound Barrier, though, going to help the people that are in there. Transcendence coming out. A very good counter to that Graviton. Both teams going crazy in this fight. Steel right now looking to take on the Reinhardt. Does land the right click. Doesn't have extra follow-up after it. 2 kills for the defense, and now Steel moving forward. Needs to get something done here. Will the flashbang over the shield in just a moment, but has to deal with the Roadhog first. Roadhog gonna kill him with just a hook damage, but is very, very close.
I'd have to say I'm pretty impressed with Additonian's Transcendences, too, throughout this game. He's done them almost pretty much at the perfect moments. Anytime there's an ult, right there, the Graviton Beam, whenever there's Star ult or Kree ult, he's been right on top of it to nullify a lot of things that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the double tank they're running on this defense, too. It allows them to be very aggressive with it, and some of the fire being focused on Rib allows Tweety to sneak in some flame strikes here and there. He's had Earth Shatter out an enormous amount of time.
Oh, a gigantic Earth Shatter comes out from Tweety, knocks down 3 people. And this is a very good start here for the defense. Papa Smurf, though, going in on the other end, is he'll take out Micro. It's not over yet for the offense. A little bit back and forth on both sides here. Rib with the double kill. Whole Hog getting some unexpected value as Doc is going to go down. Another hook coming out. Papa Smurf in trouble. He's going to go down. And the defense, again, showing a lot of good life here. And this is... I don't really know what Final Gun McCree needs to do to change this up, but they're running out of time. They can't really switch up and look for ults anymore. They just need to win the next fight.
Well, Steel has... gone off McCree a little while ago. He almost has the Pharah ult. Flame almost has Winston ult. They almost have, 4 ults here, but OWKings already has 2. They're going to have Sound Barrier way out before Dak does, and that alone might be enough to keep him through this next team fight. So Final Gun McCree really needs to get a pick going first.
As much as I don't like picking a Pharah into a Widow, I don't like picking it into a Roadhog who's been there all game either.
All right, so here he comes. Speed boost is up for the defense. Oxy looking for the value he can get. Oba able to get the double kill. No Tire even coming out here just yet as 4 kills for the defense, and now this is the final push coming out here from Final Go McCree.
Oba flanked behind, got 3 with the ult, with the Deadeye, and that might have just won them the map.
Here comes the Tire. Oh no, the Tire takes out Clockwork. And now they have to keep this going 6v5. This is danger.
They're going to try to hit the combo where they Earth Shatter and then Pure gets shields steal and lets him try to hit a Miracle Barrage.
Earth Shatter coming down. Tweety landing value yet again as Earth Shatter has been absolutely on point this entire game. And Final Go McCree on the verge of getting no points here for Kings Row. Rib with the whole hog. But look at Steel over the top does use Ferret to his advantage. Clockwork coming in as McCree.
Yeah.
And
yes.
They're not over. It's not over yet.
No, Steel got 3, Clockwork got 3, and now they're going to do the same thing OWKings did to them last map. I don't know if OWKings has enough speed to get back to the checkpoint. They have very slow characters. I think
they will be able to get to the checkpoint, but the way this fight is going to be engaged is not going to be particularly favorable to them. The Wince on top. They should be able to charge in, but if they do, then Reinhardt might just be dying right away. I'm not sure if this is what they need. Offensive sound barrier is out, though, and here comes the defense. They're moving in. Defensive Transcendence is out. They're going to push the sound barrier. Transcendence beats that. 2 kills here for OWKings. Clockwork, though, fighting right back. The defense with a 3-1 advantage, however. And this is very, very close on top of the point. This is Final Go McCree fighting for their life. Dak dancing on top of the payload. A big hook on the Pure. He's going to get taken out. Dak, one of the last people remaining, is Discord orbed, and that might be it.
that is it. Very solid D from OWKings there at the end.
And now, this is dangerous for Final Go McCree because they need to at least not get capped on in the first 8 minutes. If they fail on defense, they could be losing the series and be knocked out of the tournament. Beautiful Deadeye coming from Oba. And Oba, he just had some great McCree play, just in general, in this map.
Yeah, he was McCreeping.
Yeah, perfect flank. On this map, we've seen so much flank potential on that right side with Reapers and McCrees and Widows and all types of nonsense. So that big play there pretty much solidified the win, although Final Go McCree got real close. And you're right, Final Go McCree has to go fast, but they still have some time to make this work. They just got to put up a very solid D, and this is where having only 2 defense seems to work. 2 DPS seems to worry me a little bit more. I want to see if if they run a second tank, are they still gonna do a Zarya, or are they gonna choose maybe a Roadhog themselves, or will Flame be a 3rd DPS?
Roadhog is interesting. I mean, Roadhog, I think, actually did quite a bit of work for OWKings in the last game. You don't see him all that often, but he got good pickoffs left, right, and center, and it definitely worked out for OWKings on their defense. So yeah, we'll see if there's any sort of stealing of that coming out from Final Go McCree, but Final Go McCree, we'll see what their defense is in just a moment.
Yeah, Clockwork is going to run on that defensive Widowmaker, which isn't a bad call. Again, though, I mean, maybe I'm beating this thing around. I wouldn't mind seeing him on 76 here. It's a hero we've seen have a lot of really good success with on this map. The ledges are great for him. They are going to run at least one Symmetra. I imagine only one, and that means Doc might be off of the Lucio. We'll see. And then, yeah, Flame does come up as another DPS. So they're running double McCree. And yeah, double McCree is going to be Flame and Steel. Clockwork's going to run defensive Widow, Papa Smurf on Reinhardt's, Pure on Mercy, and then the Symmetra, Doc.
I think the triple support setup works pretty well in Hollywood because of how well you can position the teleporter. Here, you do see it, but it's much harder to keep it alive. So I don't like if Doc would have went Lucio and Flame would have went Symmetra. I think this is probably the right call to make for Final Go McCree.
All right, so taking a look here at the offense. It's going to be rolling out for the side of OWKings. It's going to be Rib on the Zarya. Okay, look, Ox on McCree, Miker on the Lucio, Tweety on the Reinhardt, Aid on the Mercy, and Oba on the McCree.
And you might be wondering why they're huddled in this corner. They're just preventing against the Hanzo strat, which is getting scatter arrow and spam off the first point. We haven't seen it in this tournament, but hopefully someone will bring it back. I was a little disappointed that he didn't bring it out.
Yeah, no one's done the full Hanzo strategy. I think at this point everyone just sort of defends against it regardless, just because you don't want to lose someone to a scatter arrow randomly in the very beginning. That is very, very not a good thing. But the offense right now taking a bit of time here. They know that at the very least they can force King of the Hill by simply completing the map, so But for them, they would definitely like to end the series outright with an 8-minute or less finish. So we'll see just how things go here.
First push is already stalled as Clockwork is able to take out Miker very early on.
Yep, Clockwork, defensive Widow, not always seen here on King's Row, but oftentimes can get good value as Clockwork laying in the damage, doesn't get the headshots, but still, just landing those body shots alone can very heavily delay an offense, and now he has free reign, no shield is up, gets one pick off, looking for another, if he can get it, takes out the Lucio, and Clockwork is absolutely feasting right now, but a big Mercy Res coming up, as Clockwork doesn't care! Clockwork just going absolutely crazy right now.
Ooh, he is going off. Killed everyone. Him and Steel just got 9 or 10 frags in a row by themselves, including the Mercy Res. Big kills coming out from Final Go McCree and Clockwork and Steel holding it down. That's going to allow Deck to get the teleporter up, and now they have a pretty solid shot of holding this point for a good few minutes.
Absolutely. So, interesting setup coming out there. Taking a look at Olba as he comes over. They have to do something on Clockwork. I mean, their team set right now doesn't really have a great answer aside from stay behind the Reinhardt shield. But that's not always enough when dealing with the sniper of Clockwork's caliber. Either way, they're moving forward, but they're not moving forward with a whole lot of haste. And we've seen teams get stuck here a lot where they don't go in decisively, and it punishes them. Olba looks for the flashbang on the Mercy, not able to get it. Steal with the immediate punish onto him, but here comes the Mercy Res. And OWKings not out of this push just yet. They're moving in. Earthshatter comes down, will take out Papa Smurf, but a counter resurrection coming up. And this should be all that Final Go McCree needs to hold this point.
The teleporter's still up, and it's actually right next to Clockwork too, so he can defend it up there if they do start sending a flanker over there. And even more importantly, if they send a flanker over there that Clockwork doesn't see, he can actually know that the teleporter's taking damage and actually snap his attention that way too. He hears a call out the teleporter. So an interesting position there. As you mentioned, teleporters are a little harder to keep alive, but you often see them in this upper area here.
There we go, Graviton Surge about to come down. Sound Barrier is out, Graviton is out. All ultimates being used here on the offensive side as they move in. And OK, able to get 2 kills, takes out both McCrees. McCree on McCree violence working out for OWKings here. Down goes Clockwork. Olba will take him out. A very well-coordinated push comes out from the side of OWKings. And this is going to get the payload moving.
Who's with me?
Yeah,
They're
big
coming
push
through the telly.
Oh, they were able to
Or
stop
is it? They're coming back in. They might not be getting the payload just yet. They're moving in. Papa Smurf is on there, and we have Flame on a May of all things, getting on the point. Steel going to get resurrected up. Papa Smurf rushing in, will get taken out. Still, OWKings with more presence on the point. Not a bad last gasp push coming out though from the side of OWKings. Resurrection though will be up. And now this is sort of dangerous for Final Go McCree. They need to sort of back up and regroup.
Yeah, you do not want to die in this transition phase here.
I mean, Clockwork, this is the type of Widow play you wanted to see on Hollywood. Clockwork has killed like 20, 30 people, and it's not even been in the first phase of the game yet. He is continuing to take over this game right now. And I think this is the type of Widow play that you wanted to see from him earlier.
Absolutely. No, Clockwork's Widow has been very impressive in the past, and I'm definitely glad to see him get into a groove. And I'm going to note, this is the first May I think we've seen all day in Flame. I think it was mostly to help stall out, but he's staying on it for now. He'll probably stay on for at least one Blizzard.
He loves May.
So there you go, Winston leaping in the Clockwork. Clockwork in trouble. He's getting healed, and now he's counter-fighting the Winston. Winston can't deal with the machine gun DPS, has to run for his life. Mercy healed Widow, actually kind of scary, but Olba going to come in with the support as Winston was running and screaming for his life. Clockwork will be getting resurrected here in just a second. He's back up, but not in the greatest position to be rezzed, and as a result, OWKings getting through the streets phase quicker than I believe Final Go McCree would like.
That was actually super sloppy from Final Go McCree. They had that Winston, and we're going to have a May ult here to maybe save them. Maybe.
The May ult is up. It does freeze too. They don't get the DPS follow-up as Olba with the Deadeye able to help take out Flame. Soundbearer is out here for the offense, and the offense now really with a great opportunity to move forward here and win this game.
They chased that Winston that was almost dead, and they got the entire team.
They need to take a moment, just relax, call out what you're going to do next, call out what your composition is going to be, and just hold last here, because it seems like they're trickling and kind of just all fighting a little bit and fighting their own wars here. They need to team up here. Clockwork's in a great position on defense on this Widowmaker, though. Maybe he can make a difference.
Yeah, well, here we go. The hammer is coming down here for the offense. Olba able to take out Papa Smurf. Steel takes out OK, and this is where, again, the defense of Final Go McCree really needs to dig deep here and hold off this OWKings assault. They need to hold for at least another 3.5 minutes or so. Might be easier said than done as they are still moving in. The Mercy Res keeping the pressure up. And this is crazy. This.
Clockwork gets the Mercy.
Oh, he gets the McCree. Stops the High Noon in its tracks. I'm just amazed at the amount of pressure OWKings is able to keep up here, though. I mean, it feels like the defense has been wiping them over and over again, but between all the Mercy reses coming up from aid, it's been difficult.
Yeah, Clockwork and Steel have really been doing a ton of damage, a ton of kills, but aid is able to keep the reses continually going, and Miker's sound barriers have been keeping them alive, so it's more on the support and tank play coming out of OWKings that's keeping them in this game here.
Yep, Winston coming in here. Clockwork having to fight him off. Machine gunning him down. Will he be able to do it in time? Yes, he's going to fight off that Winston pressure. And now he is available to help throw in more Widow fire over and over. But no, he gets smushed by Reinhardt.
On Steel, Steel's got to save it.
Steel coming in. Steel's down. It's up to Dak. Dak has to delay this or it's going to be GG.
Let's get you healed up.
Down goes Dak. Comes okay, and there it is. They're going to cap that out. Wow.
Really nice
GGs
run
are being
there
called.
from OWKings. Final, I'll play McCree. Played great. I would say they really, I think, showed that they can definitely contend with some good teams. OWKings, very solid European team, mid to top European team, which we'll see play at LAN, and I think that shows for a good future for them.
Definitely, OWKings came out, and Final Gun McCree, I mean, it's really weird. They're a team that has absolutely explosive power, but then just has times where they get absolutely stumped. It's really...
Well, because what it is, from seeing these games, they have a sick amount of damage, DPS potential, hitting all their shots. Clockwork and Steel can go off and can wipe entire teams by themselves. It does seem to be that there's too much sloppiness, though, in the way the team plays it. Sometimes the ults are off kilter, they're wasting ults, or they're not fighting the team fights as they should together. Everyone's getting picked off one at a time. And those are things that I think they could work on. I think that the part of having good hit scan aim and having, like, you know, being able to hit all your shots is actually the tougher part for some people. So I think there's a very good future for...
Yeah, they got rattled. It looked like they got a little bit rattled. Once the defense fell apart, they had a hard time regrouping. And then when they did actually regroup a little bit and start going off those streaks, I mean, that damage potential is absolutely through the roof. And, you know, both of these rosters are kind of newish working with each other. They're trying to just actually put some cohesion together. I see nowhere but improvement for both of these teams.
All right, so next match coming at you is going to be SG1 versus Anox.
On Europe, right?
I believe it's on Europe.
Okay, so I'm coming there